Hello, 7th grade math students. Here are your 2-5A dividing decimals directions. Make sure your name's at the top of your paper. Our essential question today is, how do you divide decimals? Still working on decimals, still trying to figure out how to do those basic functions using decimals, so we're going to keep on working. So we're going to circle which statements are correct. We want to have our dividend inside our fraction, or division sign, and then our divisors outside. So the way that this looks is that we have our dividend divided by the divisor. So this is the correct answer that we need to circle here when we are circling which statement is correct. We are going to cross this off because I don't even want you guys to see that one or this one here. Okay, cross those out. Those are the ones that we want right there. So we're going to make sure that our divisor and dividend are a whole number by moving the decimal point to the right the same number of places. And then we're going to divide as usual. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that I'm moving them the same number of spaces. So if I need to have my divisor be a whole number, then I need to make sure that it's moving over one place. So my new number is 4. Now I'm going to only move my decimal place here over one place, since I now have a whole number divisor. So now I'm going to take 22.4 divided by 4. So we're going to set this up just like we normally would. My dividend goes inside, 22.4. My 4 goes on the outside. My next step, put the decimal point directly above the decimal point in the dividend. I'm going to put it right there, and I'm just going to divide like normal. So I know if I cover everything up like I normally would here, I know that 4 cannot go into 2. I put an X above it. You might do this a little bit differently, that's okay. I know that 4 can go into 22 5 times, because 4 times 5 gives me 20. Put my 5 up top, take away my 20. 22 minus 20 gives me a total of 2. I just bring down my 4 like normal. I don't have to worry about this decimal point here. I know that 4 goes into 24 6 times, so I still put it above the next place value. 4 times 6 gives me 24, which gives me a total of 0. Now my answer here is 5.6, okay? I'm gonna just double check this on my calculator by doing 22.24 divided by 0.4. I followed my steps. I got the same answer that I have on my calculator as I do on my paper. Just a quick thing to remember. If the signs are the same, where they are both positive, or if they were both negative, our answer will always be positive. If I add a negative number divided by a positive number, the numbers would be negative, okay? Or if it was positive divided by negative, whichever one it would be. Remember this is the second time this has appeared in the notes within the last 2 weeks, okay? We've worked on that before. For your practice problems today, make sure you're completing the 2-5A practice. You have A through H down here, and then make sure you're finishing the summary down at the bottom as well. Okay, make sure you follow the steps that are listed for number 1 and number 2 here. Make sure you're doing them just like I did here, and then doing the division, showing that there. I will not accept it if you don't have this kind of style of division, or if a style of division that works for you, if it's parts or whatever it may be. As long as you are showing me your work, I will not just accept answers like that. You will need to make sure you're showing your work. Thanks, guys.